So, alright, we are live now. So, everyone,
Hey,
I'm Justin, and then Kevin, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, I'm gonna share
yes,
my
sir.
screen.
My name is Kevin Smith. I've been trading for about a little over a year now, and I'm here to help you become better than I am. That's the goal, ultimate goal, help you guys become better than me.
Yeah, and then I'm Justin. So, my screen is going crazy right now, so I'm gonna turn that off. But
Okay, let
basically,
me go to your screen.
we're just trying to get a big group of people that really not only just want to make money, but we're really looking for more brains than anything. Like, success is gonna come with it, money's gonna come. Like that's great, but we really want to. We're building a team right now. It's not just going to be like, oh, Kevin calls trades forever. Like we're trying to get people up to equal amount of knowledge so we can all be teaching each other things. You know what I mean? So if I got a new guy that comes in and he works his ass off for a couple months and he really learns the markets, he's calling trades out and they're effective trades, they're good trades. He can back up why he's doing everything, not just like buy CAD. Okay, why are we buying CAD? Give us a reason why. What are all your indicators telling us right now? So that's where we're trying to get people. We're trying to get people there because then it allows Kevin to all just focus on different stuff. So we're not all looking at the same thing because we got eyes on five different pairs, and we're all mastering our individual pair that we're really, really like our go-to pair, our go-to money, and we all just know something a little bit different. Dude, that's five solid trades we can all take instead of Kevin and I looking at like five pairs apiece. That's only two. That's one set of eyes for five pairs. So we're really trying to get people to the level of being a team person. We need leaders. You know what I mean? We don't need numbers. You know, that's kind of why we're not trying to like really kill people's pockets right now, because the money's gonna come and like we trust in the people that we're investing in that we're all gonna eat from it. So it's like, we're not trying to be greedy about it. We're trying to make it as easy as possible. Like I've been in a couple of different groups, Kevin's been in a couple of different groups where, people are spending a lot of money and it becomes hard because they got jobs and then they're investing in a side job because pretty much it's gonna be like a side job, guys. Like you gotta take it serious. Like you don't have to like put all your time into it. We're talking about like just doing more than taking trades. You know what I mean? It's easy to take a trade. Everyone's always there for that. But when we have webinars and stuff like that, you got to be just as excited. We only have them once or twice a week. Depending on your guys' schedule, we try to find a time. They're all recorded, so you can't make it. We just say, hey, whatever questions you have for the week, let us know, and we'll be sure we can throw that in the webinar and explain it visually and send it out to people instead of just saying, "Hey, look here, look there." We'll show you on our charts and show you what it looks like. So, like I said, we're just trying to get people to really work together and not just eat from each other, but really when we start getting more guys and we can make this thing bigger and we got more leaders, more than just Kevin and I, like then it just becomes bigger, because now we got more teachers out there and we can bring in more people and really help them, and then our numbers can get bigger and then, it just becomes great from there. There's so many things you can do up there, but, that's just a big vision of where we want to be. And like literally by next summer, like there's no reason we shouldn't all have like literally almost $1 million in our bank account. Like seriously, like we take it seriously and we do the things that we need to do, and we have just a team, a train just moving forward. Like there's big dollars in this game if you take it seriously, and it can come fast if you want it to. You know what I'm saying? So take advantage of why it's here, man. Like this is something that like not everyone gets a chance to like get into because honestly, like I don't know how I found forex, but there's not a lot of people in America doing it. There's not. And if you get involved in the group isn't that big. It's not a huge industry over here. So it's like I would have never ran into this. And there's probably so many people that are waiting for an opportunity like this because it's like you literally, how much you work is what you'll get out of it. Literally. And that's any place you do, but you can control your income. And I know a lot of companies that and businesses that say, oh, start it yourself. Yeah, you can get a lot of people. You can get a lot of money, but it requires you to bring a lot of people in. It doesn't require that. You don't have to recruit. You don't have to do none of that. You just have to focus on becoming a better trader, and it's just a lot. better for people, because not everyone's a great recruiter. Some people can just work really hard. So I know what it's like for those other MLM type businesses. It's hard. It's tough if you're not a people person. Some people just kind of rather stick to themselves and just rather put in the hours. So here, if you put in the hours, you can really control your life. So with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen. I think I already did. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yeah, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Well, anyone, before I move forward, have any questions, comments, anything? Just based on what we're like really looking for in the long run. You know what I mean? Like, we're not even looking at you guys as like, you know, like people that work under us. It's not like that. Like, we're a team. Like, we're a family here. We're just trying to give you the knowledge that we have, what Kevin has. Kevin has more knowledge than me. Like, but as far as like little things, like I've been through a lot in this game too. I've only been here for 6 months, you know, so it's like a lot of things are new for me. So I'm learning from everyone. You know, everyone has a different experience, but I know how to kind of help people a little better with certain aspects that I got underlooked in. So like smaller class, that's where we're only capping out at like a max of like 15 to 20, just because like it's going to get tough to really focus individually on people until people get caught up. When people get caught up and they can then put their knowledge out to other people, then we can have, you know, their friends and family come in. But when we get to a certain number, we're gonna have to cap off for now until people really start benefiting, you know, because it's not a numbers game for us. We don't want to forget about nobody, you know. If anyone's struggling or behind, they need extra time, I'm here. Anytime during the week, you know, we'll just figure out a time. We can do individual webinars. Like Kevin's here for you, and like, you know, this is what we do. This is what we put our time into. You know, we wouldn't be growing something like this if, you know, we're just here for our own benefit. Like, we really want to help other people, or else we would just make money our own. Because we really don't need other people to make money. But the amount of money we all can make together would be awesome, you know, and it can be something really big, you know, for everyone, you know, their families. Like, it's serious. So, yeah, if anyone has anything they want to throw in or any questions, if not, we'll just keep going forward.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
All right.
What's on the docket?
Cool. So we're just gonna go through the basics of your computer. If you guys haven't, hold on, let me get some water real quick. If you guys have not started trading on your computer, definitely recommend start trading on your computer if you have the time. Just because you really want to start analyzing your charts now. Don't learn how to analyze your charts later on. When Kevin calls out a trade, look in your chart. If you need to see a screenshot of what our mark charts look like, which we'll go through how to mark your charts, what they're going to look like. So we actually have a webinar on that, so scratch that screenshot thing. But if you need to see screenshots, we can send that. You know, you do not have to take any trade. If Kevin calls a trade and you don't agree with it, you don't have to take it. What we do, we just suggest trades for people to take. It's on you to take them, you know, which is also our disclaimer in our Facebook page, just because, like, we just don't, you know, we're just here to really guide people. You know, this isn't like, oh, you have to take every trade we call, or, you know what I mean? So, like, you know, we're going to send backup of why we think the trade is going to do what it's going to do. Not all the time, but if you ask for one, we will have one. You know, just so you know what we're looking at. If you want to object to that, that's totally cool. It's up to you. But our trades are about 90-95%, pretty close to damn near to 99% effective. I've barely lost any trades. If I have, like, we've been well notified that, listen, this isn't a trade, that this is just a personal trade that I'm taking. And most times these won't even be called out. But sometimes they will. You know, if you want to look at see what we're looking at, we'll be like, hey, you know, this is a trade. I'm going to enter it at a very low risk. If you want to, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to, or to watch out for. So, with that being said, so here we are. We are going to look at, we're just going to look at a common pair here. Let me show this here, hide this. A big one we're going to really be on a lot is USD CAD. So this is what your screen is going to look like. All right. So
You're blacked out on my screen right now. Let me. Oh, never mind. You're good.
you guys can see? Okay. First things first, we're going to go through, this is the minute, this is the 5-minute, this is the 15-minute, 30-minute, hour, 4-hour, daily, weekly, monthly. So that's the whole thing. That's the whole shebang. a lot of what you're going to use is the daily, the full. I mean, you're going to use them all, but so I always look from the charts. I start usually at the daily. If I've been focusing on the pair, I've already know what it did the day before and stuff. So I won't have to go to the weekly or monthly unless I'm looking at something that I haven't really looked at something, or I see a situation that's happening that probably happened in the past, because history always repeats itself in this game. So so a lot of the time you're going to be looking at the daily down. You'll get into this stuff later on, but daily down. So I usually go to the daily here. You can keep your grid. You don't have to keep your grid. I take that off, but it's easier for some people. That's a right click. You just go to grid. You can also do your own templates and stuff, but basically I'm going to break it down a little bit here. So I like to zoom in here.
Hey, Justin, I got a question.
So right.
Hold on, he said he got a question. What's the question?
Yeah.
Hey, so when you guys are doing the trades, you mainly focus on what's happening like yesterday and today, or are you guys comparing it to like the past week and the past month? I noticed on my charts, you know, the swings between today and yesterday could be a lot different. The chart will look way different than what it looks like for the past month. Like it might look like it's not coming on a big upswing, but really all month it's been on a downswing. So are you playing it by the day?
Right.
Playing it by the month?
You don't look at the month for a trade you're taking for a day, because, like you just said, it will be doing the opposite, total opposite.
Right.
A month chart, you'll see the overall trend of the market.
Right.
On a day chart, you'll see the trend of that week, basically, that day or that week. So when we trade, we haven't traded on monthly basis yet, because for one, your guys' account's not big enough to be trading no month, and for two, that's a long trade. That'll be like one trade, and then we'll talk again probably like 4 or 5 months from now, talking about, hey, yeah, how'd that trade go? so we're basically doing it intraday and weekly trades. We'll do a midweek to midweek trade. That's a trade that we will be doing, like from a trade from like Tuesday to like next Tuesday. But that's the furthest we're going for right now, and that's all that stuff will be explained inside the group on later webinars.
All right, cool, man. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I'm not even going to get into marking the charts right now, unless, do you want to save that, Kevin?
You do more charts. That's simple
Okay.
stuff. That's like some of the basic things that everybody needs to learn.
Cool. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start. You guys can bust out a notebook if you got one, because I'm just going to go in right to breaking down the charts. If you guys went through baby pips, then you should have an idea of what's going on. If you still haven't, not a big deal. Just go back. That'll explain a lot of basic stuff, but you guys have been pretty consistent. So I really don't need to go through a lot of the basic stuff, because I've already gone through it with you guys, because I've talked to you both on personal levels. So we won't even go into that, since I haven't gotten a lot of questions. I think it's Easter, so I mean, I know it's Easter, but I think people are busy and stuff, so they couldn't really keep in touch all day, which is totally cool. You know, we'll just be able to still send this webinar out to people, so they'll be able to, you know, view it, go over things. They have more questions, I'll do one-on-ones with them. Kevin, you know, if they have a few minutes, whatever, you know, 10, 15 minutes. You know, I think, you know, me and Tim were on for like 20 minutes the other day. You know, it didn't take a lot, so I have time for, you know, a few one-on-ones just to go through this stuff again, because we don't want to have to keep going back and forth, you know, like with the thing. That's why we want to have one big webinar for people, but, you know, we get it, you know. But basically, the baby pips, did the baby tips do you guys good?
Yeah, that's just mind-blowing.
Cool. Awesome. That's, yeah.
Like
I said, it just teaches a lot better. So just as long as you guys learn from it, then I had a backup if that didn't work, but I'll send it out anyways, the backup. I have a Forex Bible. It's kind of like a baby pips and stuff. It's a little just more advanced. It just kind of jumps. It just jumps right into things, instead of, you know, baby pips has a lot of outside information that you're never going to use, but like it tells you a lot of the what's and whys, why it does this, why it does that type deal. But this just kind of jumps into the things that you need to know. So it's the Forex Bible. I have it saved on my computer, so I'll send it to you guys too. It's awesome. But this is basically how we break down the charts, guys. This is what we look for. So I always start with the daily. Okay, so we go to line chart. Okay, let's go through some of these. So I will zoom out here. Okay, And the first one we're going to go through is we're going to look for our support and resistance. Okay, support and resistance. For example, I'm not going to put it down, but we're going to use our support as a red line here. So I right click here if I want to change the color of it, guys. It comes right here. I want to make this line red. I can make it thicker if I want to, but I don't need to do that right now. I'm going to let Kevin kind of explain some of the other indicators. He knows a little bit better than me, but I'll pull them up for you guys so you guys can see. Because this is going to be our support. So write this definition down. Support. Hey, Kevin.
Yeah.
You probably have a better definition for support and resistance, like in better words.
Oh, crap. All right. So support is basically an area where price struggles to move below. Market makers, or what you call the buyers in the market, like the hedge funds and all of them, they have certain spots where they're going to reject. And it's just a spot high and it's a spot low. The buyers have points in the market where they put their buys in. They already have it set, like just like we set a buy limit. That's what they would do. They would set a buy limit at a certain spot in the market. They already have it in their head before it even gets there. So when it gets there, it starts rejecting. It struggles to get past and it struggles to get above. So once you see what he has, his right there is for resistance. That looks like a resistance.
This isn't a real line. No. I haven't marked it yet. This is just definition, support and resistance. So we'll do so basically the support here is we're saying that this is a good, let's just for example, we'll say it's a good support. So don't pay attention to where it's at, but just pretend it's where it's supposed to be. Basically a good support, if the market's coming down here, we're saying that it can't get past our support. We got a strong support, so it can only push it back up. So if it's got a strong support, it means like it's a good place that the market might go back up. Because we're thinking that it can't break past our support.
Now, in saying that, the market sometimes will go past it, but it usually doesn't close. It usually doesn't close past that area. So that's where you get the long wicks. You get the long wicks because of price being rejected from that spot. So,
and put a star next to that statement Kevin just said. Repeat that again, Kevin. Put a star there, and then I'm gonna go back to that starred point because I'm gonna show you exactly what it looks like, what he's talking about. So I'm gonna write all our support down, and he's gonna show you what it means that it won't close past it. Okay? So I'll show you that. So put a star next to that, and then in a few minutes here, when I show you how to at least get our support and resistance down, you'll see.
So you said repeat it right now?
Yeah, if you guys didn't get it, if you guys need to repeat, he can repeat what he's saying.
Yeah, so what I was basically saying is that a support resistance line, like this support line that he has right there, that a candlestick can blow past it, but if it doesn't close, meaning that the body of the candlestick, which we'll show you soon, the body of the candlestick doesn't close below there, then you don't have to worry about it being a weak support or resistance spot. It's still a strong support resistance because price got rejected and still have a high possibility of going the other way. Go ahead, Justin. You can show them a certain area where it does that.
Okay. So resistance is the same thing except the opposite. So we're thinking that in the same thing as support, it can't go beneath. Now we're thinking our resistance is we think it's going to bounce back down. That we don't think it's going to break past it, or if it does, it's not going to close past it. So we're looking more so at a sell play because we're expecting it to go down. It can't break our resistance. It's going up, going up, going up. Can't break. So we think it's going to go back down here. Oh. Resistance. Everyone got that?
Oh, just noted. What just did right there was actually a trend line. When it's a trend going a certain way and he's slanting, it's called a slanted resistance line basically. but every known phrase of it is called trend line. So you probably hear trend line more than a slanted resistance support line. But that's what it basically is. The same thing, but price not moving past that slanted Agnew resistance or Agnew support. But go ahead, Justin. My bad.
No, you're good. So this right here would be considered an uptrend. We'll explain why, probably in a later webinar. But if I see it here later on, we can just explain it real quick exactly why it's an uptrend. Obviously, it's an uptrend because, as you see, the market's going up. But there's more reasons to pinpoint why, and I'm pretty sure we have indicators that kind of show us a little better reasons. So when we get into that, we'll kind of show what the uptrend and how to look for a downtrend and why we trade in trending markets. So we're going to get into those here in a little bit. So let's go to what we're looking for, to what dictates, write this down, what dictates our support and resistance, okay? So basically what we look for here, okay? So I'm looking for places in the market that it's touched. So we're going to start at the daily because we mark up the daily, the 4 hour, and what else? The 1 hour? You do the 1 hour, Kevin? I do the 4 hour, 1 hour.
I do a daily 4 hour, and the 1 hour is basically for like nitpicking to pinpoint exactly where the market was getting rejected at. So
Actually, I got it right here.
Most of your markups is going to be on a daily and a 4 hourly. You might do 1 or 2 on the hourly, but not really. Most of them is going to be on a daily and a 4 hourly. Reason being, because you get a lot of resistance and support zones in the hourly, and the time frames lower than that. So you don't want to be nitpicking too much with those time frames. You want the higher time frames. The higher time frames show stronger support, stronger resistance. So that's where you want to base them off of.
Cool. So on the daily, we're going to start with the daily here. I'm looking for 2 touches or more. So I'm probably looking for 3 if I can find them, but we're not going to force them. So what I'm looking for is I take my line here. I'm looking for places in the market that it's touched twice. So let me see here. Okay, so this is decent here. So I'm gonna show you why. Okay, so I'm gonna pinpoint exactly why here. I got 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. I got 4 touches here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does everyone see that?
All right, and real quick, guys. So you guys will know and have an idea. In order to break, or y'all can write this down actually. In order to break a support or resistance line, it has to be a big candlestick. Go to the candles real quick and go to that same spot where you at, where it broke. I'm almost
broke here a little bit.
No, not where it broke a little bit, boy. It actually broke and it retest. Oh, and another thing, as I'm saying that, it breaks and it always retests that same spot. It will retest it as a support. So once it get broken as a support or resistance line, once it breaks that area, it will retest and then it will either move further up or will go back down to this resistance or break below. But the markets always retest a newfound support resistance. But go to the candlesticks real quick, just to show them how it breaks through and what kind of candlestick that has to break through.
Yep. Give me 1 second. Oh. Okay. What do you want me to show them?
Go to candlesticks instead of the lines for a second.
Okay. Oh yeah. We're gonna show. Let me mark these spots for them.
Okay, gotcha.
Just so they know what they're looking at. If you guys see my check marks here, this is where the touches are in the market. One, 2, 3. Yes, one more. Oh, here it is. 4. Those are all the touches. All right, so we're gonna go to the line chart here. As you see, I'm looking at the 4 hour here. We can look here. We can see it here a little bit. It's not gonna let me zoom in too much because we're looking on the daily. When I get into the 4 hour, I'll get into a better example. But like for here,
Go to the hourly because it looked like a small candlestick right there, but in a lower time frames it's higher. It's a stronger area.
I'll find another one. I know what you're gonna say. As
Yeah.
far as I'll find another one because I gotta keep marking them up anyways.
Okay.
Up in the top right. Oh, never mind. Just clicked out.
Yeah, I'll get to a better example. We're looking far out, guys. And let me do this first, actually, just so you guys get an idea. So I'm gonna do this a little backwards, so you guys get an idea. If you're on your computer, right-click or F8, and go to Show Period Separators.
Absolutely.
This actually helped me a lot. We just learned this the other day. Actually, this goes with our long-term trading. But actually, I'm gonna put this in first because now you can see exactly how big we are when I break down the chart. So when you see the monthly, and the weekly, and the daily, and the 4-hour, what we're looking at. So let's break this. Ooh. Okay, so this breaks down our days, guys. Look down here. We got March. This goes all the way back to March 10th, which is weird. Oh yeah. So this is breaking it down like I think this is going by the week right here, right? This is breaking it down by the week.
It's daily. Yeah, you're right. It's breaking it down by the week, but you're zoomed out, so that's why it's so far back. Like it's like years.
Right. So for example, if I went into the 1 hour, let's see, the 30-minute. This is going by the day now, right? Let's see here. 24. Yeah, this is day. This is day. This is the daily chart. So this is all the market did in one day, right here between the separators, and it has the dates down here: 25th, 24th, 23rd. In this time right here, guys, it's not military time or it's not normal time. I forgot that. We'll go over that, but don't worry about this time yet until you understand what it means. It's not. Don't think it's like military time or anything like that. It's nothing you really need to know right now. So unless Kevin wants to explain it, but it's not that important at this second.
All right.
Just don't really.
I'll put a little input onto it. I'll show you my chart, and I'm not going to explain why as of now, but I'll show you how it looks and how y'all guys' charts are kind of going to look. So let me do this. Okay, you see me. All right, you see how I have square boxes. Basically, that's breaking down the different sessions. I'm not going to tell you why as of right now, but that's how the chart will look eventually. You want to have the sessions break down for a very important reason, which I haven't even told Justin yet, but he will get to learn it. And yeah, you're gonna have moving averages and everything like that. But you did basically doing it so you can break down to see certain things in the market. That's all. But it'll be explained more later. Go ahead, Justin.
Okay. So back here. So let's go back to the weekly or the daily. Sorry. Break down the charts here. So I'm gonna turn those back on. I'm gonna turn that back off while I'm breaking this down. But that just gives you an idea if you see the movement within. This is in a week right here. See this off for now. We'll go back over that over time. So I'm gonna find two more really strong places that have marks here, or that I'll touch. That's 1, 2. This is. What would you say about this, Kev?
Hold on 1 second.
See, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 if you count these.
Yeah, that's a resistance / support line right there. It's
Yeah.
more so of a support right now though.
Okay. Well, I'll leave it out there just because it's something we can look at.
No, that's a good spot. That's a good spot because it was resisting to move above and below.
And we're looking for how many touches? 2 or more?
You on a daily? Yeah, two is the minimum. You're looking for like 2 to 3. The more it touches, the stronger the support resistance is. And
the more the touches,
also
is it, the more the touches.
Like if it's 3 touches, then it's strong. If it's like 10, then you know that eventually it's gonna break. But three touches is strong. 2 touches is basically a known support or resistance. If it's just 1 touch, then it's like it might be a support or resistance line. But if it's 2 touches on a daily, then you know it's a support resistance line, support resistance area. And to be noted, you see that it kept touching. Oh, no, 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 no. I wanted to say this, sorry. Um, if it touch and is a big push away, then that's also a really strong support resistance spot. If you see a big movement away from it, like you do when and you see that peak, like it touched it, touched it, touched it, then it boomed up and it never touched it again for a while. Then it got back down, touched it, touched it, touched it, then finally broke. Move your cursor up, your clicker to your right, the highest point. You see what happened before it
Oh,
got to
okay.
that highest point? Like it touched it 3 times and then it boomed up from there.
1, 2, 3.
Yep, and then it boomed up from there. So that's a big resistance, but I mean support spot right there. Then it took another 3 touches and a big movement down for it to break. But what happens when it did that? It made the movement down, and what I tell you, once it breaks it, a newfound support resistance always retests, and that's what it's doing right now. It's retesting.
Yes, sir. All right. So now we're gonna go do the 4 hour. So we're gonna do the same thing, except I'm actually gonna change my lines to a different color, just to make it easier on me. So I'm gonna find my line first. This looks like a pretty good. Just looking at it, I got 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be a good resistance. How do I tell? My touches were underneath. If I had these two underneath, then it would be support and resistance. But basically, the market every time it's coming, touches coming down, it's broke it. This isn't strong coming down. Plus, are my highest points right here. So I mean, could it go back up again? Yeah, but I got a downtrending market. I don't think it's gonna get any higher than this point. When I get to this point, do you consider that oversold, Kevin?
When it gets to that point right there,
Yeah.
if it gets back to that point, I'll be looking to see it get rejected. I'll look for some price action to make sure it rejects that spot.
What do you guys mean when you
Not,
talk about price action?
huh?
What do you guys mean when you talk about the price action?
That we trying to teach you like the little basic stuff first, the stuff that you have to learn before you even get into a trade. Price actions like the next step from this
All right.
because that has its own list of things. We can actually like later on during the week we can send a picture of all the reversal patterns. That's what I mean by price action. Price action is a reversal pattern
Okay.
in the market candlesticks that shows that the price is going to either go up or down, reverse from going up to going down, or reverse from going down to going up. That's
Okay.
all I meant by price action.
All right. That's cool.
So I'm gonna use this as resistance right now. I'm gonna go ahead and double click it. Do the same thing. I'm changing the colors for this because I'm on a 4 hour now. So we're gonna make the 4 hour a good color. Let's make it blue. And you guys can make these whatever colors you want. So now we know this is my 4 hour. Looking at this, this is how. Look at it. Let's go back. It's my daily. This is my 4 hour. Look how much it's zoomed in. All I can see is this right here. So basically, my 4 hour is showing me this zoomed up from the blue to that line right here. Let's go back here. So I'm gonna find. We want 3 or more touches. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not gonna check those because you guys kind of know what to look for. I checked the last ones. If you need me to check them, I can. But I got a good one here too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm counting this because it couldn't really break it. It kind of did. I mean, it could be either, but me personally, I'm saying it's not breaking it because it can't get past this point. So I'm counting this pretty strong. And it's pretty strong because if you look at it in a long period of time, it's not like back to back to back like when we saw earlier when it went 1, 2, 3 break or 1, 2, 3 bounce. We got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So just something to look for. Everyone looks at things differently, like I said. All right, blue. One more. I'm looking for one more. See if I can find one more. This is no, not so
No, that's the
much.
spot. That's the spot.
This
Yeah,
dude
that's
right
a
here?
spot. Yeah, that's a spot. Because you can tell it's a spot if you see more than one touch. It's one, two, you can count that third one right there and that fourth one. And then after you see a big push down. It always takes a big push down or a big push up to break a support or resistance line. So that's a good spot.
Cool. So now I mark my 3. I'm probably just gonna go into the 1 hour now. This is gonna be more so. See, in the 1 hour, you can't even see any of our blue marks. So just shows you how zoomed in we are to the markets now. So I'll make my 1 hour actually yellow. So this one, we're looking for the same three or more touches here. Right here, Kev. You say?
You got one, you got two, three. Yeah, that's a good one. Three, four, five.
Once again, you just right click on the line and then properties. Check right here. So make these my yellow lines.
Yeah,
One,
that's another
two.
one.
It's easier if you guys just take your line out right away, because then you can see them right away, rather than kind of trying to visualize it in your head. This is pretty good one. I'm just finding them luckily here. This is actually pretty good. See, now I'm not really gonna worry about down here right now, unless the markets get down here. But
Yeah, and
usually
plus
we'll
we
see
just
where the markets are.
yeah, and plus we just showing you like real quick. I mean, we're not going to do the whole chart. We don't want to get too, redundant with it. But
Right.
that's basic, support resistance lines, how to mark up your chart. I was thinking about holding this off, but I'm gonna give you like a gem or two on this chat right now. Go to your candlesticks real quick. This is called supply and demand. No, go back to your left. Right, yeah, right where that big drop's at. Go to that wick. Now, a lot of people do it different. A lot of people do them from the wick
Oops.
to the. Where you? Okay, to your wick right there, right before the
Right
big
here,
drop
right?
that happened during the news. Yeah. Get your
Right here.
get your square. Yeah. Get your rectangle. Insert
Yeah, let me find
shapes.
it.
Insert shape.
I've never done that. Insert, right click. Insert. Whoops. What? Man, I just put in the price.
Yeah, you gotta take it out. Justin trying to trade with y'all guys already. I don't know why. That looks
It
like a
was a
horrible.
sell limit. I'm good.
That looks like a horrible
It
trade,
was a
Justin.
sell limit.
It looks like a
I
horrible
said,
trade.
and I put a sell limit in.
But
All
no,
right,
yeah, go
it's
to
dead though.
insert. Go to insert.
Yeah.
Go to shapes. Rectangle. All right. So, crap. Oh, they go to big drop right there. Go to the wick. The wick of that drop that happened at the news.
Oh man, how do I do that? See, I got a touchscreen. Hold on,
Hold on. Let me see if I
gotta
can do it
delete
real
that.
quick. Let me see if I
I
can.
got it.
You got it?
Yeah, but my shapes are weird color. Oh, maybe let's just put a rectangle here.
Do it from the wick of that candlestick before the drop.
The doji.
Yeah, the doji.
Yeah, it won't let me. I don't know how to do it.
All right. So let me show y'all my chart real quick. You have to like bear with me because I'm doing it from like this is getting shown from my phone. But you see this right here? Y'all see this?
Yeah, there you're good.
All right. You said barely?
Oh yeah, it's good. Right there is good. Hold it right there. You're
Okay.
good.
Right here. So I basically drew my supply spot. Well, no, demand. Yeah, supply spot right here. Reason being, um, it wicked about this. Let me go here. Yeah, it wicked 30 pips. You see that 320, 300. That's like 32 pips. It wicked more than 15 pips. Anything that wicks more than 15 pips and it has a big drop down from there, you can almost guarantee that's going to be a support resistance spot. Support resistance spot and supply demand spot. So when it hits that spot, you can look for a sell. Next time it hit that spot, I'm going to be looking for a sell. That's another one. And this is actually what I can show you. Got here, bounced down, it touched it again, bounced down, and it's trying to touch it again. This is like its third touch. What I think is going to happen, to be honest with you, and this is another gem, I'm just going to consolidate because it's Asian. Doesn't really move in the Asian. Sorry. Another gem for you guys again. I have my sessions marked off because I know when the market's not going to move. It's going to consolidate for like the next hour or two. Then around London, I think it's going to wick up, have a nice little push up, then drop. Then it's going to drop down here. Don't quote me. But I think it's going to drop down here. That's my prediction. If it doesn't, this is what's going to happen. It's going to zoom up some. It's going to zoom the 130 area, 134, 135ish, and then it's going to reverse back down. It's going to be a big reversal because the market overall is in a downtrend. Like right now on the daily, it's forming a doji. That's what price action coming to play. Can somebody mute themselves? Because I can't hear. Yeah. Right here in... Holy smokes. Hey, Justin.
Yeah.
Can you mute yourself real quick?
Yeah.
Alright, so right here, I don't know if you guys can kind of see that. I know, I'm sorry, I'm using my phone and it's horrible. I don't got my laptop on. But it's forming a doji. You can look at it on your own chart. You can look at it, and it will show you. Let me get this out the way. Over here trading for somebody.
What chart are you on? I'll just go to that chart.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Go to USD CAD, and go to the daily. It's the last candlestick. Last candlestick, and it's forming a doji. Like the day will be over in let's see. We have the.
What time frame are you on? 1 hour?
No, I was on a daily. Now I'm on a 1 hour.
Which one do you want me to be on?
What I was showing you was the daily, so you can check the daily, and then the last candlestick. That's called a doji. It's usually a reversal sign.
Okay.
So that's a gem for you right there.
All right.
This is my hourly, and it's like I'm way far back right now. Okay, so basically it's just confirming what you're seeing in the hourly, which is consolidation. Whole market's consolidating right now. You can write this down. I wasn't going to give it out to you guys, but I'll give it out. Asian session, the market resets itself. It doesn't matter what it did before. Market always resets itself, consolidates. Asian session for USD CAD. Don't do it for any JPY pairs. Don't do that because JPY pairs usually move more during the Asian session. But yeah, that's a gem. I gave y'all what, 1, 2, 3 gems so far.
You're breaking up, Pat, bro.
I'm breaking up.
Yo, you're breaking up a little bit.
Can any of y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Maybe it's just. I think it might be on the recording. It might come in and out. I just didn't. It just kind of broke out a little bit there.
Understood. But yeah, so just real quick, guys. Asian market basically resets the market from what happened the day before. Don't look at what happened a week before. It's not going to reset that. That's too big of a movement. It's just going to reset from what happened the day before. So I'm going to show you real quick. And this is going to be elaborated more. Don't think this is like the best gem you ever got, because it's not. It's a lot more to it than what I'm showing you. What you see right here, like right here, you see a big push up, went down, got back to a consolidation area right here. This is Asian market. Asian market is from, I'll pinpoint it out to you guys, from zero, this is 0 GMT. Wow, Justin just left. Anyway, from 0 GMT, which is that right there, the little time frame at the bottom of your charts, to around 7 GMT. That's the Asian session. Then you have, I think, this like Sydney or something like that. It's around Sydney, and then you have London. I pinpoint Asian and London for two reasons. I'm not going to tell y'all guys that right now. Like I said, I can't give you too many gems. Y'all be professional by the time this thing's over. So yeah, basically, I was saying Asian market consolidates, and I can almost guarantee you, I can almost guarantee you a reversal within the next couple hours. I'll tell you that later on too.
You say sell that one right now, right?
No, I'm not saying sell that right now.
Oh.
Not right now. But I can guarantee you a reversal pattern in the next. Let me make sure I'm saying this right. Yeah, in the next what hour are we on right now? GMT 6, 7, 8, 9. So in the next 3-4 hours, it's going to be a reversal.
All right.
Now before that, the movement like within around 9 or 8 GMT, it can go down, and then a reversal will happen after for a reversal up. But I'm basically saying whichever way the market moves within the next few hours, around 10 to 11 GMT, it's going to go the other way.
All
Mark
right.
my words. Mark my words. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I have the breakdown sessions. And like I said, I'm not going to get too deep into it because you see, like my charts probably look crazy right now. But it's basically a reason behind this madness, and y'all will learn it later. Anybody got a quick question? Because I kind of lost track of where we was actually going with all of this. I just wanted to give you a couple of gems. I know we did supply spot right here. And like I said, the reason why I did it, when you see a big wick pushing, like it doesn't matter where, like right here, I can draw one right here. And even though the market pushed past it, like I said before, a support or resistance spot, the market has to have a big candlestick pushing past it. And what you see on right here, it's a big candlestick that pushed past this wick. It's a long wick. And I almost guarantee you, if the price ever got back down here, it consolidated or it pushed up, it didn't get down here yet. So I'm looking for this area right here. I'm actually going to draw one. So I'll go to insert, shape, rectangle, then I'll draw it from right here. I'm actually doing this while y'all guys is on here. I'm actually going to keep this on there because it's an area of interest for me for a reversal.
Okay. So you're gonna wait for the market to come back down there, and then.
I could get in the trade before that, but
yeah.
Whenever the market do get back down there,
yeah.
I'm going to see what the market does. I'm going to see if it gets rejected, and I'm going to look for price action.
Okay.
Back to that word price action again. Price action is basically.
I don't know what that is.
You can look it up.
All right.
Look up reversal patterns. That's basically price action. Look up reversal patterns.
All right.
And like I said, once y'all guys are official and everything on there, I'll have all that information for you and explain it on a better note. I can show you real quick. All right, so you probably can't see it down here, but this right here is the demand zone for me. This little blue spot right here.
Yeah, I see.
That's a demand spot.
Okay.
And what it did right here is called a RR. RR, which is railroad. It's called railroad tracks. Usually railroad tracks is like this right here. We have a pushing up and then a push down right next to it around the same size. This one actually, I'm mistaken, I'm sorry. It's called a Morning Star. I thought it was an RR, but I'm looking at it closely now. It's on a Morning Star. If you want to pinpoint that exact area to see what I'm talking about, since you probably can't see it good, look at 15 GMT on March 18th of 2016 for USD CAD on the hour chart.
Hour chart. What time was that again?
15 GMT. I'm sorry.
What
March
day?
18th.
March 18th.
March 18th. Yes, so 3/18/2016.
15.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So I have to use Pepperstone or whatever, and I'm having some problems with that. Am I able to use the MetaTrader on my phone to kind of look at these charts right now, or?
Yes, you can. You can. If you have MetaTrader 4 on your phone, you can do the exact same thing.
Alright,
It's just,
I'm gonna switch the demo account so I don't make any mistakes. And
yeah, don't put no buy or sell on there.
yeah, because I'm not trying to. Okay, I'm back.
What's going on,
So we're
Trey? I
looking
see.
March 18th. You said.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. March 18th. And
Yo, can you
just to
guys hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, so I was having problems with my mic earlier. Just wanted to make sure.
And let me just show you how strong just learning that is. This is a strong demand zone. Reason being, I'm almost certain. Look back in the market. I shouldn't have did all that. I should have just zoomed out. Zoom out again. Yeah, it took forever for it to get back down there. I had that thing from maybe like a year ago. All right, so
So hang
last year,
on. So
last
you had a morning star there on that 15th on the 18th at 15 GMT.
15 GMT, March 18th. Yes, that's a morning star pattern. Reason why it's a morning star pattern, I'll give you this one. I'll give you that. Where am I at? Okay, so man, uh, okay. It's called a morning star because you have a wick shooting up, which is longer than the body of the candle. Wick
Okay.
shooting up, that's at least double the size of the body.
All right.
Was That's called a morning star. And if you reverse it, now the only reason that's a morning star is because it's green, it's pushing up, and then it wick from the push down. Now if it's this one right here that happened at so you can pinpoint it. It happened 3 days later on the no 4 days later on the 22nd at 14 GMT. It's called a evening star because it's the same thing but in reverse, like it was a push down instead of a push up.
Okay.
So that basically show morning star reverses goes up, evening star reverses goes down.
All right.
All right, so
Yeah, I'm good.
strong
That's like
indicator on how strong this is. It shows you just to show you how strong this is. It did that. It showed my reversal.
yeah.
He would have got in on a buy right there because you had two confluences and you had divergence. I'm not going to get too much into divergence, but it had divergence, which is my indicator down here.
All
I'll
right.
explain divergence later. But got there, went up. Depending on what you would have put on this trade, and this is not even a full push up. This is already 180 pips or 1800 micro pips. So just doing that, just learning the basic. This is basic for me. That's something basic to me. Just learning that would have got you 180 pips or 1800 micro pips. That's not even the full knowing of what we have going on here. I would have stayed in this trade. I'm not gonna tell you why. I'm just gonna let you know this trade was a lot bigger than that. Let's go to the right. It's still going up. Still going up. 1800 at this part right here. Another 1800 to the top. I would have been in the trade the whole time. Would have caught that whole move. 3,600 pips, micro pips. $1, that's $3,600. Just saying how powerful this stuff is. Just learning this craft is really powerful. So that was a gem for y'all guys. Y'all can ask me some questions. If y'all want to learn something else, I can like throw a quick little gem out there for y'all. Here's another supply spot right here. From there, oh, you can't really see that yellow, but I'll just right here, this area right here.
All right.
And once you see what happened, the price retested it, bounced down. It's another trade that you could have got in. You see, once it bounced down and gave you price action, which is right here, that's what they call the railroad tracks right here. We have a green going up and a red going down at a key level. That's another price action you should write down or keep in your head. But from there, it went down 1,800 pips. That's why I love USD CAD. I love USD CAD because it bounce, and it don't bounce with no little bit of pips. It bounce with a lot, and that's gonna be the main pair of interests for me when I trade with you guys, like the reversal trade. And I'll explain this. What I was just showing you with this trade from down here all the way up there, that's one of the free trades y'all guys want to get. That's one of the free trades y'all guys are going to get before even joining us. You're going to get a trade like that. So,
I'll take
you're
it.
not going, but you're not going to know why yet. You're not going to know why until you're with us fully, and then I'll explain why, and then I'll be able to catch it every week.
All right.
I will say this: it happens every week. It doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter if it's news that week. It happens every week, and you'll be on the positive side of it every week. When I say I back tested this over a year, I back tested this over a year, and it happens every week. So that's something y'all guys can look forward to. It happened last week. It happened the week before. It happened the week after, and it's going to happen this week. So what's going on over there, man?
My internet keeps going in and out. It's weird.
But y'all guys got any questions? You can ask me. Any questions you might have?
That's all I have.
Trey, what about you, bro? I know you came in a little late. You got any questions?
I mean, not immediately. I'm still kind of just jumping in, man. My name, but just keep going. And I kind of just pick up some as I go along. Well, you know what? One question would be, you kind of said like this happens like all week or every day. How would like NFP, you know, like or a news event like NFP, would that like kind of change the volatility a little bit?
All right. So traders like hit the holy grail of information right now. The reason being is because this was something that I wasn't going to even say. But Trey's Mr. Information guy. But all right. So
Hey, it plays, man.
all right. So NFP, any news. It doesn't matter what the news is. I'll just let you know this. The news goes with the trend. You listen to anything, listen to that. News go with the trend. I'll show you a news right now. News went up, hit its peak, it started going to a downtrend. What happened? News hit, downtrend. Once again, where's another news? News right here, reached its peak, made an M, or what you would call a double top. What it do? Goes down. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I think this is another news thing right here. The uptrend started from down here, still going to uptrend, still going to uptrend. What it do? It went up. News go with the trend. So for anybody that you be like, man, how do they know where the news is going? How? Like they're good at this. It's only because they know where the trend's going. That's it. You know where the trend going. You know where the market's moving. You know what the news is going to do. Every single time. 100% of the time. Not even 99. 100% of the time. I mean, some news fake you out, go one way at first and then come back the other way, but it always follows the trend. Always. Now that's the biggest gem that you probably gonna get from me today. Because some news hit. You actually have a news. Matter of fact, if you want to, test my theory, this news hitting, I believe, Wednesday, Thursday, sometime this week. Just find the trend, and then see. Don't even get on the trade. If you want to get on the trade, get on the trade on a demo account. Get in on the trade and see what happens to your account. Just see what happens to it. I wouldn't recommend doing it on a real account if your account can't handle the push down, because most of the time it's going to fake you out, and when it fakes you out, it only stop hunting. Stop hunting is something else you're going to learn from me later. But yeah, news they stop hunt for people that is on the right side, and then they faking people out that think, oh, it's going that way, so let me get in on the sell. It'll go down some, and then it'll fake you out and shoot right back up, or vice versa. That's all news do. Like, to me, it's just funny. It's funny how people like blow their account because they trade in news without knowing what they're doing. You gotta learn, man. You gotta learn what you're doing before you get in on the trade. Once again, this is another news day. I can tell you right now. Too big of a movement for it not to be news. And what you see right here, there's an uptrend. What it do? It goes up. Like, it happens over and over and over again. Like, it gets so redundant to me that it gets boring. Once you learn how to trade, trading's gonna get boring. And it doesn't matter how much money you're making from it. You be making millions and thousands of dollars. Like, I make a lot of money from trading. I'm not going to express how much. I make a lot. But it starts to get boring. Like, especially knowing everything that you can learn that's going to make you profitable, it gets boring. So what I try to do, if somebody have like a new technique, I try to learn it. That's why strategy-wise, like, when y'all join, or whatever the case may be with that, I'm not just going to teach you one way. I'm not going to teach you one way to do something. I'm going to teach you multiple ways. Because...
Hey, you guys still going to be on here in 10 minutes, right?
Huh?
You guys still going to be on here in like 10 minutes, right?
I have no idea.
No? Alright, I'll find out, I guess. I'll be back.
Alright, bro. Yeah. Trey, you still there? Is the other... Hold on, let me just see what the other... Jason, you still there?
I'm here still.
Alright. So, yeah. It gets redundant, man. I always say this. If you study as much as you try to trade, y'all all be master traders. Because when you first get in this, you just want to take trades. If you actually took the time to study it, you'll see what the market does. And if you actually put some thought into some of the things that you can do, man, I'm telling you, it would change your whole aspect on trading. Like, right now, I can just say, for notes, mark off your sessions. Mark off your sessions and see what the market does within those sessions. Once you see that, I promise you, you're going to be like, oh my God, really? Is it that easy? Is it that easy? And truthfully, it is. Now, don't get me wrong, you're going to have times where you lose once or twice, but you're going to be a consistent winner. I think I see something. That's funny. Here we go, what we was talking about. I said it's either going to test this, the next couple hours go down. It's shooting down right now, but it's not going to go all the way down. It's not going to go down to here. It's going to stay within this range. It's going to stay within this range, meaning why? Because it's Asian session. It's almost the end of the Asian session, so you're going to have a little bit of movement. But what I see happening right now, it'll drop to about right here. Reverse for around 10 GMT. Probably shoot somewhere up here, London. Goodbye. So that's why I personally see what's happening with that chart. And just a quick notice of why I'm saying that. Reason why I'm saying that. Alright. This Asian session consolidated a little bit. The last few hours made a move. Showed a reversal. It's a reversal pattern. Doji. Shot down. Right before London. What it do during London? Shot up. Resets again. Shot down. 10 GMT. Made its railroad tracks. Which is a reversal pattern. Railroad tracks. Which is red, green, or green, red next to each other. Boom. Shot up. Consolidated for Asian.
By railroad track, you mean it had like a really deep trend of red, and then it went back up to green like that, or?
Railroad tracks is basically when it's at a certain spot where it's like, okay, this was yesterday's low, so let me see if it was some divergence or anything with that. All right, the market consolidated around that area. it consolidated the day before around that area. So I'm like, okay, it's a strong support spot. This right here would be my support. So I would have drew my, I was already in on this trade, so I didn't worry about drawing anything or trying to get in on the market.
Hmm.
So that, this actually is the whole support, but I would have kept it right here just to be on the safe side. So as you see, it didn't break below that. It didn't break below that, and then if it tried to push down. It tried to push down below it. Reversed, went back up. Now, railroad tracks is basically you have a red down trending candle with a green uptrending candle right next to each other.
Doesn't
At a,
matter how
at a,
long they are, or it can be
no, it can be smaller than that. It can be smaller than that as long as
smaller.
they
Okay.
yeah, as long as they near a support resistance spot. It has to be
Okay.
near a support resistance spot. If it's not near a support resistance spot like these right here, don't take the trade. Don't take the trade. But right here is a better spot because one is this is an engulfing anyway. If it's not, if you don't see the railroad tracks, you can see the engulfing. It's bigger than that candle. It engulfs it and engulfs the red trending candle right there. Then after that, you get a fake out. So if you would have got in right here, it fakes you out about 12 pips, 120 micros. Then after that, it basically went up. Now, like I said, I'm not going to tell you what the stop hunt really is and how they do it, but that's pretty much what the market does on a daily basis. Like I said, it gets boring once you know about the market and fully understands it. Mark off your sessions, guys. Really important. Mark off your session and basically something that most people won't tell you. This is this is my last nugget for you because if I give you too many nuggets, one, it's gonna have your brain like all spinning and around, and you're probably gonna use it in the wrong way. But last nugget for you guys: time trading. Time trading. Reason why I mean time zone trading. Market moves at specific time every day, every single day. Once you know that, then you'll know when the market moves. Like you'll know when to get in the market and when not to get in the market. So I'm going to be explaining everything I'm saying in later on a webinar for the page. So once y'all guys join, y'all have full explanation on it. I'm not going to give. Well, I'll give you one quick example, but it's not going to be fully explained until we do it on the webinar. Like I just USD CAD. I'll say this: USD CAD makes 2 reversals. Well, actually makes 3 reversals. It makes 3 reversals in a day. And I give you one right here. That's 5 GMT. One right here, 11 to 12 GMT, and one a little bit after London, which is around. Usually happens around 19 GMT, which this is 19 right here. Sometimes if it happens like an hour or two after, it's still good. It's still the reversal for that day, which it happens right here at 21 GMT. Then goes back up. So, well, no, it wouldn't go back up because the only reason it went back up is because of the new market week, and it always gaps out. It always gaps during a new week. Usually, it always gaps. It doesn't always, but most of the time it does. So, gap and consolidation. It's mainly consolidation. Only reason it's breaking out right here is because it's the last few hours of Asian session. But anyway, yeah. So those are things you're gonna learn. Those are things you're gonna learn when you're trading with me. You're gonna learn time zone trading, reversal patterns. You're gonna learn support and resistance, which I pretty much learned today. Supply and demand, which you pretty much learned today. You're gonna learn divergence. You're gonna learn when to get in and when to get out. You're gonna learn stop hunts, and you're gonna learn which sessions is the best to trade. And you're gonna learn a thing called midweek reversal. That's where the most money is at midweek rehearsal. So you're gonna learn all those things once y'all guys are fully in the company. Well, not in the company, but join with us. And you're gonna learn it. You're gonna learn it pretty quick. Like it's gonna be a couple webinars we give, and if you're not learning that thing, if you're not learning those things, you can personally talk to me, and I'll help out. I'll help out to try to get you up to par with what I know and what I would want you to learn.
Kevin, what are you using? What app is that for the charts? Like, is that still in MT4 or is that like a different
It's
app?
a personal one that I'm using. Personal one
Okay.
that I got hooked up. A lot of this stuff is self-done by me. Like the
Oh, so you
ranges.
tracked all those yourself?
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of stuff is self-done. Like I square off the boxes, change the colors for the different sessions.
Right.
Put his range. The range for me, I'm just doing that for back testing. I have the ranges for back testing to see which one of the. Cause somebody, hey Justin,
What up?
like I can't really hear myself because I don't know what's going on in the background. All right, thanks, Jeff. Um, a lot of these square boxes ranges, I do it for ranges. Reason being is because I want to see how much the market move from one session to another. Like right here, it moved 41 pips, which is 410 micros, but London it moves 64. You can see that all the time. Like London usually always moves more than Asian session, especially for US pair. But that's what I'm saying. Time zone marking your like right here, it's 56 compared to 156. But marking your sessions is really valuable because you'll get a known of when to trade, when not to trade. Like just looking off of this, you can tell, okay, probably shouldn't trade during Asian session because it doesn't move. It moves the most London sessions, so let me find a setup before London so I can get in on a London session. Like pretty simple. Like I said, once you get to learn it, and you do it, start getting redundant and it starts getting boring after a while. But boring is good because boring is money in the trading world. So any other questions? Ask away, ask away. I got about half an hour more.
I'm good.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I think I'm just struggling right now because I can't do anything on my laptop because I have a Mac, so I'm like,
What is it that I can try to explain a little bit better? Maybe you can understand.
um, I don't know. It's just been difficult. It's just been a little bit difficult. I think looking at it over again later, I'll understand it, but I'm just kind of
Okay.
frustrated right now with dealing with what to use to get the stuff on my laptop, talking to someone on the live chat on the Forex broker thing. So
I'm
Okay.
using that Pepperstone on the Mac. It's pretty good. I don't know if that's what you're using.
Yeah, I think that's what he's using. If you know how
yeah,
to do it, then y'all two can get linked up and like get him
yeah,
up to
I
par.
just can't find the Forex broker Incorporate Inc. like that server, and so they have me download like VirtualBox, and it just doesn't make sense. So I'm getting overly frustrated with these
I know
people.
when I did it, it took me a couple different, like, I don't know, I went to download it from a couple different sources because I tried twice and it wouldn't run. And then I can't remember the place I got it from, but the third try, it all runs fine now. But I just like Googled.
Pepperstone does?
Yeah, like I Googled it and then I had to try a couple different links to get like the proper, like for it to actually run. I don't know. It said it was like missing files. I don't know. I'm not a computer guy really, but it took a couple tries to get the right one.
Yeah, I can get it open. I just can't get like on my phone. I have my account like all connected, but on the computer, it just I don't know.
Were you able to open the MT44 Forex broker game? Because all you have to do after that is just sign in, log in.
Yeah, I have my login number and I type my password in. I log in, but it
Hey
doesn't.
Justin, maybe you can help him out with that like tomorrow sometime if you have time too.
I could try. I mean, right now I'm just running a demo account, and it's using my MetaTrader account, but I haven't even tried like a real account. I don't know if that's what it is, but it seems to be working fine for me right now.
Are your accounts verified 100%?
What'd you say?
He's talking
Are your
about
account?
Yeah, my accounts are all good.
And then when you log in, what happens?
I can try to share my screen.
Do you use the password it gave you, or did it make you create one?
I created one.
Okay. Maybe if you try resetting your password again on the actual site on your back office, it should try doing that if it's not letting you pull it up.
I'll just have to mess with it later after this. I don't want to take up too much time just talking about that.
Yeah. No problem.
all right. So anybody else got any more questions? Ask me anything right now, guys. I'd rather it all come out now than it come out while I'm like trying to teach y'all something else.
Would we be starting any trades this week or?
Shouldn't have. What? Should have waited. I guess I was only on for 3 months, so I think I didn't.
What I was going to say was yeah, it's going to be one trade for mid-week reversal. What I was talking about earlier about the movement that had, it was like a trade for like 3,600 micro pips. So I'm going to call out one of those trades just to show you I'm legit and that I'm really about my business with this. So I'll be calling that out for a freebie.
And how does that kind of work? Like, how do we get together and do the trading and all that stuff?
Basically the same little chat, the group chat that we all in. When I see it happen, and I'll let you know the time frame that is more than likely going to happen. Let me just do a little back test real quick. See triple bottom. Oh. Last week it happened a little bit off. I think it happened a little bit off last week because of the time frame. The time went forward an hour the week before, so kind of threw me off. But this was the triple bottom, and then right here, divergence, right here, and then it shot up. So that was around 14. Okay, so it's gonna happen around London session. It happens around London session, and that's early in the morning. That's from like 3 a.m. to about 8 a.m. So it's going to happen in between that time. So if you're asleep or something, 3 a.m. to 8, 3 to 8 a.m.
That's the start of the London session?
Yeah, 3 a.m. is the start of the London session over here.
Okay.
I don't know if you live in Illinois or Central Time.
Yeah,
Central
Illinois.
Time, then it's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. Central.
So
2 a.m. to 7 a.m. I'm saying all my times I'm saying is from Eastern because I'm on the Eastern side.
So we would be awake from 2 to 7 working on it, or only?
Well, typically it happens at a certain time. Let me just do a little back testing with y'all guys. All right, so I can tell you right here, it happened right here. This was the start of the midweek reversal. From there to there, it went up 2,000 pips, 2,000 micros. But you would have stayed in it until next week, so it went up another 1,800. That's about 4,200 micros. Let me do. Oh no, I'm lying. I'm sorry. It went up from here to here. It went up 2,400 micros, and it's still doing its movement. Like I said, I think it's going to push back up. So after that little push up, you'll get out. You can get, if you was in this trade right there, I probably would have told you to get out somewhere right here, just to be on the safe side. Either that or take like half your position out, so you can still have the money and basically have a free trade. Because it moved up over 200 pips, and anything over 200, I'll be telling you to look to get out. Look to get out because you don't want to lose none of that money. But anyway, I'm back testing to see where did it move. So that's one that happened last week. This is two, happened a week before. It happens every week, just letting you guys know. This one was a good one. This actually was 4,500 pips, 4,500
And
micros.
this is for the dollar in Canada.
Yep, dollar in Canada. That's why I said it's my main focal point, especially when it comes to mid-root reversals.
Right.
Let's see, look at another one. This is another one. Yeah, so yeah, specific time that I'm going to let you know, 15 GMT to around 17 GMT. That's more specific for you. 15 GMT to 17 GMT. Look for a call out around that time, and if it doesn't happen there, then look for it to happen like an hour or two later. But this one was another good one. This was for 2,500 micros. And I can keep going back like week by week. I can go back 1 week to another week to another week, and just show you every time it happens. It happens every week. Doesn't matter what day. Doesn't matter. Well, no, it does matter what day. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter what year, what month you give me. I can show you exactly when it happens. So yeah, around 15 GMT to 17 GMT, guys. I'm not going to tell you what day or nothing like that. Well, no. Since y'all are going to take the trade with me, it's going to be between Tuesday and Thursday. Between Tuesday and Thursday.
Is it always like a reversal or like an uptrend?
All right. Sometimes it's continuing a downtrend. Sometimes it's continuing an uptrend. The main thing you want to look for, main thing I look for, because I'm not going to try to tell you to do it yourself because you're probably going to mess up, especially if you're getting faked out, because it happens a lot. Look for double tops, double bottoms. Double tops, so what a lot of people call them an M, I don't like calling it M's or W's because that's really not the right verbiage. Mostly new people say M's or W's, but double top, double bottom, that's what they call it. It looks like an M or a W. Like at the top, you're looking for a double top or what newbies will call a M. But like I said, I don't want to get too much into it. But just know, y'all gonna catch it. Y'all gonna catch it. Y'all gonna get at least 200 pips off of it if you stay in the trade. You can get out of the trade after 50 pips if you want to. You can get out of the trade after 50 pips. You can get out of the trade whenever. But it happens once again. Happen again. And I can almost guarantee you this is let me see, 16, 15. Yep, this is another one. Reversal. Bam. Another 245 pips. It happens all the time. It happens on every chart too. Now I'm not just gonna say it happens on USD CAD. It happens on every chart. Like you can look at your Euro USD.
And we're gonna be hitting multiple of these. We're gonna be hitting like 3 or 4 different pairs at a time. That's 4 entries at anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 micro pips a week. Not only that, we're gonna be hitting on the pullbacks too. So in each of those entries, we're gonna have another 3 entries. So it's like that's a total of 4, 8. That's something like 12 trades, like all in one. It's gonna be crazy. Like you're gonna be catching a lot of money at one time. You know, and then outside of that, that doesn't even include your scalping and all your other short-term trades that you're doing during the week. Like that's just what you have in positive. You're just gonna watch your account go up.
I'm gonna have so many trades that y'all probably gonna get tired of me calling out trades. That's how much I'm gonna be calling trades because you're gonna be in like 4 or 5 trades at once. I'm like, hey, here's a trade, here's a trade, here's a trade. And you'll be like, all right. It's gonna get boring. It's not gonna get boring for y'all yet. It's not gonna get boring for y'all yet because y'all not making crazy amount of money yet. But once y'all start making a decent amount of money, it's gonna start getting boring. Like, dang, he called out another trade. Dang, it's another trade. But it's gonna be to a point. Like I said, I'm not gonna keep doing it because the main goal is to try to teach you for me not to call out anything, and then y'all guys see it yourself. That's the main goal. It's my number one goal. But yeah, like I was saying, it happens with Euro USD. As you see, this one happened. This was actually news. It was actually news, and what you see, uptrend right here, damn uptrend, consolidated a little bit, try to get you to think it's going to go down, faked you out. This is the fake I was talking about that happens during noon. All this right here was a fake out. If you tried to buy right here, you would have been for. You probably loaned your account. It went down 1,000 micros. But from there, it went up. From the bottom of there, it went up 3,000 micros, almost 4,000. But like I said, it always follows the trend. Keep that in mind.
Hey, let me show something right
Once
quick,
again,
Kevin. Real quick.
ahead.
If you look over here, guys, look at my chart. Can you guys see? Yeah, you guys can see. All right. So basically, what we say when we go through micros and pips, okay? Micros is basically what you see it as. So we'll say this is 2,598 micros. Real pips would be if I were to add, say I added 300 to the last three, so 898, that would be 30 pips, 30 real pips. So if I were to, that's on a buy play. So if the market's going down and we put in a sell, then I'm going to be subtracting because it's going down. So if I were to add 500 to this last, so it goes up to 33.94. That means I'm going to be at 50 pips, 50 real pips, just to give you an idea. So you can go back, Kevin. And we always go off of this number over here. Whenever you enter a trade, I don't really look at this. I'm always looking at the charts. Some people might be different. I don't know anyone that looks off of this when they enter. Some people might do, but I don't. So just so you know.
All right, real quick. Is anybody in anything right now?
No.
Anybody in anything? Anybody want me to look at something? I can tell you what I think about it. I just do that for y'all guys right now, since I'm about to get off soon.
Yeah, I haven't done anything yet, other than trying to get stuff set up for next week.
All right, cool. All right, so here's a good example of what I was talking about, that supply line. This is USD, JPY is what's going on right now. Pay attention to this, though, guys. I want y'all to basically do your own analysis, but always pay attention to see what the charts are doing. Right now is what, 6 GMT. Let's see. GMT was right here. Okay. All right. So on the chart right now, is that a major supply zone? I'm looking for a reversal. I'm looking for a reversal pattern. I'm looking for some price action to show me a reversal, and then. But I don't trade Sundays. That's the only thing. I'll probably, on a normal day, I probably will look to get in on this trade once this thing closes. If it closes as a reversal pattern, then I'll get in. But that's not until another 3 minutes. It looks like it's going to close as a make sure I'm saying this right, looking at it right. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's going to close as a spinning top. That's a reversal for a sell. So I'll be looking for that, and then some divergence, which is. Well, actually do kind of have divergence right here. That's just showing that it's oversold. Anyway, I'll more than likely be looking for a sell in this area. But waiting for the next candlestick. I always wait for the next candlestick. I never jump into trades. You jump into trades, that's how you lose. Don't ever jump into trades. Alright, so that's one. Let's see. Any other pairs y'all guys be looking at when y'all trade? Trey, you probably been trading longer than everybody else on here. If anybody trades at all.
Well, just specifically, I've been looking at the euro against the Great British Pound.
Euro GBP, I can tell you exactly what's happening on there. So Euro GBP, we have a head and shoulders formation. And you know what head and shoulders formation is, right?
I do not.
All right, so you see this right here? Head and shoulders formation is basically consolidation right here, a push up, push down. This form the head. This is called the head right here. This is called the head.
That's the head. That's like the head and shoulders part right there.
Yeah, the left shoulder, head, right shoulder. What I'm looking for around London is only going to consolidate during the Asian session. Like I said, you have to learn your time your sessions and when it moves, because getting on a sell like, oh man, this is going to drop big time. No, it's not going to drop until the time is right. It usually makes its moves around London, so you want to look for it. It's going to push up a little bit. I can tell you exactly what it's going to do. Like right now, it's showing that it's going down. It's going to make a little bit of movement up, maybe around this area. Retest that some resistance right here around London. It should happen around London. Don't quote me on this because I'm not going to be specific on the exact time. London or New York, it's going to drop. I'm almost certain that it is. But like I said, don't quote me because sometimes it plays with your mind and just consolidates for even longer.
Yeah.
But it consolidated enough. Consolidated for 2 days. I had a nice little drop right here. Had a nice little drop right there. Wasn't nothing big. Consolidated for almost 2 days, this would be the second day. And then I think a drop's going to happen around. I even give you a specific time that I think is going to happen around. Like I said, once you join, you'll learn all this. 15 to 17 GMT, I think it's going to drop. And 15 to 17 GMT specific time, so you'll know exact time. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So about 7. If you Central, 7 to 8 Central time. 8 to 9 Eastern time for me. So around that time, I think it's going to drop. And when it drops, it's not going to stop until about 60 pips down. Say
It
I was the first one to tell you.
It could break. Well, hold on. Let me look at it.
Oh crap! This is the main picture of it. You see where it consolidated? That's why I think it's going to stop. It's going to stop, and then it's going to depend on what happens during that consolidation, what the move is going to be after that. I think it's going to be from New York or London to around here. Maybe consolidate a little bit, and either going to have a big candlestick to push it further down, to go down to 120 1,100 micro pips, or it's going to bounce off. It's going to bounce off and then do whatever move it's doing. Let's look at a bigger time frame to see where it's the trend going in the first place. Is at its peak? Let me see. Go to weekly. Go to weekly to make sure. Higher the time frame, the stronger the trend. Okay. What happened on the left side? Oops. Okay, you see what happened right here. What happens on the left usually is going to happen on the right. So I was pretty much sure. It had the little high right there. That was the high, which is around this area. It's going to give you a drop. It's going to give you a drop. So about 1,000 micros, like I was thinking, around 1,000 micros, and then it's going to consolidate and either go up or go down. But off of looking at this, it's going to drop and go up. Look at high time frames to be certain on what's the move's doing.
You said whatever happens on the left is gonna happen on the right. What do you mean by that exactly? Like it's gonna like pretty much replicate what it just did?
Not to a T, but almost close. Almost close to
Like
a
a
T
rhythm.
going to replicate. Yes, absolutely. That's why you see, because the reason why it does that, because the market doesn't change in price that much. The market doesn't change in price daily like that. Like USD compared to Euro doesn't change in price like that until about like a year or so from now. That's why you don't see main movements unless you're trading yearly. If you're trading yearly, then you see movements in the chart. But if you're trading daily, you're not going to see a crazy move from the top to bottom. You're not going to see 10,000 micro pips or anything like that. You're going to see a movement up, and then after that day, maybe a movement down. It's always going to retrace itself.
You're saying people hold positions for a year?
There's some people that do hold positions for a year. Some people that hold positions for a month. Yeah, those people got hundreds of thousands of dollars in their account though. I'm not going to recommend. I'm not gonna
Nah, I ain't
recommend
said it.
anybody with $1,000 to trade a monthly. You're gonna blow your account the same month. You can be like, man,
Yeah.
that thing went against me so much. But this is daily. This is what I was saying. You see this? Had a major movement down. What it do? It retraced itself, came back up. It's always gonna come up
Yeah.
to the spot that it's at, unless something changes in the world to make it be less valuable to a certain pair. But the market's not going to like blatantly go one way and not come back the other. Just like with this, goes up, happens the same way. What happens to the left happens to the right. It went up, it's going to reverse itself, goes down. It just repeats itself. Like I said, it gets old. It gets old to the point where you're going to know exactly what happens in the market at all times. And if you was trading on a daily chart, you would say, oh, this is a double bottom. You would have caught this buy. You've seen some price action right here. I'm pretty sure some price action going on. I'm not going to zoom in. But if you would have caught a buy right here, this is daily. So this is something that some people held on to for a couple months. They would have caught 7,919 micros. That's a good trade.
Mhm.
That's a good trade. But I'm just saying, like, it doesn't matter what time frame the stuff I'm teaching you. It doesn't matter what time frame you learn it on. You're gonna become profitable. You just stick with the plan.
I guess
Stick
my
with
struggle right now is like I'm trying to actually like
like what's the
learn the
hardest
actual
part? What's the hardest part of the learning process?
well getting my charts like I guess set up and 'cause, I mean I don't have like a journal like you guys got like a nice journal going for your charts.
Holy
Uh,
sh! Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. I'm just pissed off right now. Go ahead.
what
Go ahead.
happened?
Continue. 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 Nah, I was waiting for a movement, and the movement happened, and
Yeah, I've been there.
and I missed it, and I missed it. Oh
It
man, that's
wasn't for
funny.
it wasn't for that Japan, was it? The one that you just
Now I
showed
don't
us?
know if y'all seen it. I don't know if y'all seen it. I'm trading for a friend, and it was NZD USD. I don't know if you've seen it at the bottom right here. I actually
Oh
show you.
yeah.
It's at the bottom right here. Um, like I said, you'll learn more about this later, but I that's why I'll tell you about time zone trading. You'll understand that later. But yeah, the movement happened, and it happened when I thought it was going to happen. Oh well, he'll understand. But yeah, I was in a trade for him. And I was going to take the trade out. I forgot to. It hit his take profit. I think it hit his take profit. But I was going to like triple and double up on that trade for him. Try to get him a few $100s off of that trade. Let me
Right.
see. Yeah, I was going to try to get him a few $100s off of that trade. It just only moved up 121 micros, but with the trading style that I am used to and I do, it's high risk. But I know what I'm doing. You only can trade high risk
Mhm.
if you know what you're doing. High risk. Well, no, not really. It's high risk because of the trade amount, the size, lot sizes I do. I like flipping accounts. I just call it like that. I like flipping accounts. I'll put like $100 in an account and then I'll try to flip it. So
It's
like,
like a challenge, pretty much, like to see what
yeah,
you can flip it to max. Yeah, that I mean
exactly.
that's how you become a better trader. I feel like if you can take like you know what I'm saying like a $30, $40 account, whatever, and at least push it up to 5 or 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that in itself is like hell quintuple returns right there.
Absolutely,
Um,
absolutely.
so in reference to kind of what you were just talking about with you know flipping for your friend, is that something we're going to see more of? I guess with the like the management or the case management account or whatever.
With
I
the
guess where
management
you
account, you're gonna see a lot more. It's gonna be not risky trades because I'm not gonna be risking everybody's account like that. But you're definitely gonna see trades here and there. It's gonna be more frequent. You're gonna have long-term trades in between smaller trades, like smaller time frame trades, like a trade that might only last an hour, a trade that might only last like a couple hours because I'm trying to get your account high while y'all learning. I'm trying to get y'all guys at least, I don't know what y'all guys starting with. Let's say y'all starting with $100. I'm trying to get y'all guys to about $2,000-3,000 by the end of the month.
That'd be straight,
Now,
bro.
now
Yeah, that
that's
would
going
be
to happen. That's going to happen because that time frame is like a long time for me. I do that in like a couple of days. But like I said, risk wise, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be risking your account like that. So all right, so what I see here, I can tell you on NZD USD, something I was actually looking at. What I see
You
here,
think
this
that
was
was going down?
let me zoom out real quick for you. It's a downtrend. It's a downtrend still.
Yeah.
What you would do is you'll draw a trend line from like here to down here. I'll do it for you. Draw like a trend line from there to.
Yo, guys.
So you gotta go, Justin.
Yo, my recording's about to end because I only put down for an hour and a half. So you guys can keep talking. I'm just gonna stop the recording. So if you guys have anything important, because I'm gonna put this out for everyone else. Because you're kind of just going in about stuff right now. So I don't want to comment.
Yeah.
So is there any points anyone else has? I think we pretty much covered everything for everyone.
Did you guys already cover binary options, or is that something for another time?
Yeah, we're gonna get into that over time.
Okay.
It's gonna be something we get into once we get Kenny back. He's MIA right now. He's sick, so he's been really focusing on school and getting healthy again. So he's just been a little drained because he was kind of really on his toes for a while. So he's kind of just taking a little break right now. He should be back soon though. But we're still gonna keep learning, keep pushing, keep making money. So when he's ready to get back in, he'll be back. But I will go ahead and post this for everyone. So.
Yeah,
All right,